So after the clip, we are going to go to our second point. Our second point is we're pulling this information from sendgifted.org. And what you can see is that the location that a gifted student is living is it's important for the resources that they have. We're not going to show a clip from this, but in the movie there are she has a well-off grandmother who is from Boston, and Boston is portrayed to have more resources for gifted students than Florida. And you can see this in some of our research that we've done in the past couple of weeks. There are some areas that don't have as much gifted funding or gifted programs, such as Alaska, that don't have gifted resources for those kids that really need it. So a location for resources is an important thing. Our third point, another point in the movie, it's talking about, we talked about it in the first clip. You saw that the principal and the uncle were talking about a school, and this happens this happens a lot, and it's actually a positive thing. It's the isolation for self-protection. Students are isolated, gifted students are isolated and put together, and most people think, well, this is pulling kids out, this is taking kids away, they're not going to be social. However, if you look at it, it's similar to, again, to the special ed thing. Gifted students are considered special ed. Gifted students have to have that interaction with people that are like them. If you put gifted students in a room with people who are not as gifted, who don't see the things the same way that they do, they get bored very easily. And the last thing, if you isolate them, you put them together, the last point that we have is the interaction between gifted students. We kind of hit on that a little bit, but I want to point it out as a focus point. The interactions between gifted students can make or break the relationship a gifted student has with education. If gifted students are not allowed to interact and discuss things with other students who have a like mind as them, who are able to think through problems, who are able to quickly solve problems, who are able to again just bring a different perspective, then again they become bored and they just don't show that growth that you want them to see.
Another point to add to that with the role of the family would be that some families don't have the resources, the money, or the time to invest in their profoundly gifted children. So if a family is willing to give energy, give support to their hobbies, to their focuses, because gifted students do get attached to some ideas and some hobbies that need to go a few steps deeper than general population children, the families can play a positive or a negative role in that.